As I wandered through the high vaulted corridor deep within a mighty citadel, I paused to admire the magnificent architecture. Walking down the hall, I could feel the cold hardness of the stones beneath my feet, and the echo of my steps. Every element of this enchanting spectacle seemed real, in spite of the fact that I remained perfectly aware it was all a dream. Fantastic as it may sound, I was in full possession of my waking faculties while dreaming and soundly asleep. I could think as clearly as ever, freely remember details of my waking life, and act deliberately upon conscious reflection. Yet none of this diminished the vividness of my dream. Paradox or no, I was awake in my dream. In most of our dreams, our inner eye of reflection is shut, and we sleep within our sleep. We are usually unconscious that what we are doing is dreaming. There are profound possibilities inherent in the dream state, but it is difficult to take advantage of them if we fail to recognize them until after we awaken. Fortunately, while this condition of ignorance is usually the rule, it is not the only rule. The exception takes place when we awaken within our dreams without disturbing or ending the dream state, and learn to recognize that we are dreaming while the dream is still happening. During such lucid dreams, we become and remain fully conscious of the fact that we are dreaming, and therefore that we are asleep. Thus, we are, in a sense, simultaneously both awake and asleep. As a result of practicing lucid dreaming, our experiences in waking life become more vivid and varied. This kind of awareness based on dream practice can help create an inner balance that not only nourishes the mind in a way that nurtures the whole living organism, but illuminates previously unseen facets of the mind and lights the way for us to explore ever new dimensions of reality. The culmination of the individuation process leads to the lucid dream state in which man's conscious and unconscious minds are made finally one. I dreamt that I stood at a table before a window. On the table were different objects. I was perfectly well aware that I was dreaming, and I considered what sorts of experiments I could make. I began by trying to break glass, by beating it with a stone. I put a small goblet of glass on 2 stones and struck it with another stone, yet it did not break. Then I took a fine claret glass from the table and struck it with my fist, with all my might, at the same time reflecting how dangerous it would be to do this in waking life, yet the glass remained whole. But when I looked again after some time, it was broken. It broke all right, but a little too late, like an actor who misses his cue. This gave me a very curious impression of being in a fake world, cleverly imitated, but with small failures. The fact is that in half-dream states, I was having all the dreams I usually had. But I was fully conscious. I could see and understand how these dreams were created, what they were built from, what was their cause, and in general what was cause and what was effect. Further, I saw that in half-dream states I had a certain control over dreams. I could create them and could see what I wanted to see. Although this was not always too successful, and must not be understood too literally. Usually I only gave the first impetus, and after that the dreams developed, as it were, of their own accord, sometimes greatly astonishing me by the unexpected strange turns they took. Every night we are resurrected from the grave of sleep by the miracle of dreams. Everyone dreams. It is not to sleep perchance to dream, but rather to sleep is to dream, perchance to remember. It can be estimated that in the course of our lives we enter our dream world 500,000 times. This state of affairs presents us all with a challenge. As we neglect or cultivate the world of dreams, so will the realm become a wasteland or a garden. As we sow, so shall we reap our dreams. With the universe of experience thus open to you, if you must sleep through a third of your life, as it seems you must, are you willing to sleep through your dreams too?